I've been studying secret societies, philosophy, mental health, especially psychiatry, and the Nigerian Civil War for over 20 years. I'm right about everything. I'm right about the general gist of it. I'm right about the specifics. So most of the things I reference are on record.
It was very powerful, and they said, well, we're supplying the Nigerian armed forces with 15% of their equipment. In Lagos, the British High Commissioner Sir David Hunt and his officials would say, oh no, we're supporting. They didn't say no. They said we're providing the bulk of the weaponry, and both were right. The British officials in Whitehall were right in the sense it was 15% of the value. And the British High Commission in Lagos was right in the sense it was the bulk of the Nigerian Army's equipment.
This is not an occasion to stir up emotions, but it is impossible to forget that men, women, and children of our kith and kin were taken out of their beds and slaughtered. They were massacred in places of worship, in the streets, in marketplaces, and in vehicles trying to carry them to safety.
People were being massacred all over Nigeria.
I'm going to play you a clip from Carrington, the ex-foreign secretary and the secretary general. And, it's just to corroborate what I've said about how opinion was divided, but in the end, the greedy won because the people in charge are disproportionately greedy. Almost entirely greedy and evil. But first, I just want to quickly state that, because it's been bothering me for a while, the way feminists want to cry about what is socially normative, when they team up with mental health, the feminist perspective of psychology, etc. I mean, it's such hypocrisy. Just think about this for a second. They say that the rape culture is socially normative. But then they team up with mental health to drug people based upon what is socially normative. You see how sick that is? Then they could turn around and say, you know what? Well, you have to discern. You have to make the distinction between what is healthy and is socially normative and what isn't healthy that is socially normative. And who exactly is the person who is so morally upright that makes that judgment? You baby killers and gays who are disproportionately pedophiles and raped thousands and thousands of people in the military every year alone, not to mention prison and raping little boys and infiltrating the church and so on. You people are the ones to make that call? You family destroying, drug peddling, bearded fucking dykes? You're to make the call? It's very interesting how that works. Think about it. It's complete hypocrisy. Complete hypocrisy. Just evil. Reminds me of the Fabian Society. Their symbol of their coat of arms used to be a wolf in sheep's clothes. It's like Planned Parenthood. It used to be American Birth Control League. I mean, just complete scum. They say, you know what? We need a more diplomatic symbol. We need a more diplomatic name. And it's these diplomats who are part of the problem. Yet they're doing things that are diplomatic. More politically acceptable. I mean, just complete demons, complete monsters. Anyway, I'm going to play this clip and then I'll go continue about that.
Case and that Nigeria was badly governed and that it was time that something happened and that the Igbos were good people who deserved to be, and others who felt that Nigeria should remain as it was and the boundaries should remain, and if you...
So, isn't that interesting how those people in Europe who are like, the Igbos are good people? He specifically said part of their reasoning was that the Igbos are good people. Can you imagine this? I mean, I come from, when I say this, it's like, I'm not just saying this. There's, other people who have looked into it say the same thing. The Igbos are good people. They're industrious. They're hardworking. They're smart. They're very religiously, they're devout. They're good Christians. I mean, it's so painfully obvious what's going on here. You know, and I'm not trying to be racist here, but let's compare that to being called the white devil, for instance. You know, it's the people who we all know, you know, it's socially normative to think are evil, and the people who bootlick to them, versus the people who are honest, who are known to be good, who aren't just good people, but come from a long line of good people. I mean, the contrast is just killing me. It's in your face. It's like these black ops, CIA, fucking devil, KKK, fucking neo-Nazi, fucking Zionist trash, and all these just complete monsters. You know? And they're killing the people that on record they see as good people. It's just madness. And then they turn around, at least some of them turn around, and they say, well, these are undesirable people. Don't you see what is going on here, people? Don't you see? Let me play this again. I kind of played it far away. I want to make sure you hear this. Okay? They have labeled the people that is socially normative for them to see are good people as undesirable people. Is that not more proof that Satanism is everywhere? Satanists are everywhere.
For a long time, and opinion was greatly divided as between those who felt that the Igbos had a case and that Nigeria was badly governed and that it was time that something happened and that the Igbos were good people who deserved to be, and others who felt that Nigeria should remain as it was and the boundaries should remain. And if
you see how, you know, he was going to say if you change the boundaries, it sets a precedent for rebellion in other African nations. So even the counter argument, okay, the opposition view did not make the claim that the Igbos weren't good people. They all pretty much acknowledged that the Igbos were good people. Good people that they have always targeted to destroy, because when evil people run the show, the biggest targets are the most good people. Don't you see what's going on here? Don't you see what is going on? I mean, it is appalling enough that they do this to human beings. But to add insult to injury, they do this to good people. People that they see are good people. And then they have their friends saying, these are poor, black, and undesirable people. You rich, greedy, satanic scum. You filth. It's okay for them to be scientifically racist, but if I call them out as the devil trash they are, magically I'm the bad guy. They kill 2 million of my people, 6 million sub-Saharan Africans every year, 500,000 people in Western nations alone, probably mostly white, and that's okay. But if I say perhaps these people need to be lined the fuck up and shot, magically, I mean fucking miraculously, I'm the bad guy. You see how that works? They have a monopoly on force and violence. And then you people help them. I mean, it's just madness. You call yourself, we're secular humanists. So it is humane to target good people and execute them covertly, in a conspiratorial manner. I mean, just fucking madness. You know, that's one thing that will never leave me ever, is that these people admitting. It's one thing if they try to lie about it, then I would fucking try to convince you that fucking we're the good guys. They admit that Igbos are good people. Our culture is good. We are not neo-colonialist trash. We are not satanic dogs. We are good people who saw Christianity, saw the good in it, and adopted it. I mean, just complete monsters. Want to fucking kill good people. The children, you know, I mean, and you know these people are good people, and you kill their children because they're undesirable, right? So good is undesirable. I mean, how could anyone get over that? How could they? How could these knaves, these ultra fiendish minions of hell, how could they? How could they? This is what they do. They leave good people out to dry, and out in the cold. They kill them. You know why they want to kill me? Because I'm a good person. When I say I come from a righteous bloodline, I'm not saying I'm in the Illuminati. I'm not saying I'm into some secrets. I'm saying that my people on fucking record are good people. I am a man of principle, fighting for honor. Don't you ever for 1 second doubt it. Don't you forever 1 second think that I am some bootlicker who betrayed my people and is working with them. You know me by my works. Everything I've ever done was in the interest of humanity, of God, of all good people everywhere. They are the fucking scum. I'm the good guy. Could you leave it alone? They're killing innocent people, but on top of that, good innocent people. And it's just unbearably fucking disturbing. And that's putting it lightly. They're complete scum, man. I don't think you people truly grasp. That's why, you know what? I've just decided right now I'm going to put that same picture I've been using recently. I'm going to put 2 pictures: the Negro Project one and the one with the good people dying. The artist, who drew that was genius. I commend you, whoever you are. Great picture. Very sad. Very painful to look at and think about how it relates to society. Powerful, artistic. Good job. Good people. Good people. Now let's not forget, let me end this because I could go on and on about how that disturbs me. Let me just wrap this up. Look, African Americans are disproportionately Igbo when you look at Africa, okay? That's why in the book Fighting for Honor, Biafra is brought up time and time again. Not just because the author is Igbo, but because a lot of Nigerians from the coast of Nigeria were taken, as slaves in the transatlantic slave trade. So, how are these people good people on one place, on one continent, but in the eyes of the white man, they're bad people when they adopt Western culture? When they adopt what the media has impressed upon them is African American culture. Because we come from a culture of great warriors who are men of honor. They weren't ruthless killers who kill for, no reason. This is something that Western culture, these bounty hunters, these mercenaries, that's Western culture. Very rare in African culture. And I'm not saying white people are bad. I believe that environment, that nurture is the key determinant in behavior. Okay? White people have been ruled by evil people for a long, long time, and evil, manipulative, secret societies. Once they took control of, the Ptolemy dynasty of African secret society culture, and they understood the power of secret society control, it compounded the problem. It exacerbated the motherfucking problem. And they've been influenced by wicked men for a long, long time. Some of them try to escape. They try to go to Buddhism. They try to go to Christianity. They try to become nuns and priests and monks. And they're trying to escape these wicked, wicked people and their satanic culture. They're like, no, leave me alone. I'm going to go live in the hell somewhere and pray to God. I'm going to transcend. Leave me alone, you psychos. Leave me alone, you Roman trash. Leave me alone, you British filth. Leave me alone, you tyrants. And they try to go across the world to America. Leave me alone, you demonic trash. And then, of course, there was some bad people on those ships who were worse than the people who were oppressing them, who wanted to be left alone for not so good of a reason. But I'm almost out of time. And it is the culture that denies the glory of God. It is this despicable Babylonian culture that probably, and almost certainly, when you look at the history of secret societies, was passed down from Babylon itself. And so these people would have been great people if it wasn't for this Babylonian culture, this Babylonian philosophy, this Babylonian materialistic worldly system. And so they impress upon African Americans Babylonian culture, and I can't say it enough. It is this Babylonian culture that has taken over Western culture that is sacrilegious. I have time though, you know. If you don't remember anything else, remember this is a system where bad people target good people, and innocent good people are their favorite. Susceptible, vulnerable people are their favorite. They are scum.
I never envisaged surrender. I don't have to apologize for that. I am trained to fight and to win. What do you say? And out spake brave Horatio, the captain of the gate. To every man upon this earth, death cometh, soon or late, but how can a man die better than facing the fearful odds for the ashes of his fathers and the temples of his God? I think I did that, and I'm proud of it.